What's going on, YouTube? This is Robbie again, and it's time for part 3 of our Decepticon Bruticus series. Of course, I'm talking about Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Combaticons, and this time around we're looking at number 3 of 5, and this one is Vortex. And this was a pretty main character in the Fall of Cybertron video game, actually. You get to play as him once or twice, I believe, and it was a pretty cool mission. And yeah, that's pretty much that. As you can see, he is dominantly purple, although it's coming up rather blue in my screen. But he's dominantly purple and red, and he's got some more Bucky O'Hare weapons there. And yeah, he looks pretty cool so far. He does not look hollow, which is a plus. And as you can see, he's got some pretty cool artwork from the game up there. They all have different weapons that are featured in the game on the packaging. Unfortunately, they don't actually come with any of those weapons, which I thought that would be cool if they stuck in like some of the video game weaponry into the figures, just to kind of connect the two a little bit further. But you know, you get what you get, and it's quite alright. So let's take a look at the back of the packaging and the bio. So, Fall of Cybertron Vortex. Few Autobots fear a fight against Vortex. What they fear is being captured and at his mercy. He uses magnetic grapples to haul helpless captives high into the sky. There he treats them to a terrifying series of swoops, loops, and dives before dropping them to their doom. Alright, that sounds pretty sick. Okay, you can see Cybertronian Assault Chopper Mode, also known as Cybertronian Mosquito. And let's take a look at his tech specs really quick. Vortex tech specs. So he's got fairly middle of the line tech specs here. Nothing overly interesting or standing out to me, but that's you know, it's quite alright. He's an average guy, I guess. So let's get him out of the package and see if he is average or not. Alright guys, so here we have Vortex in vehicle mode, and he's pretty cool. I mean, I like him. He's just like the rest. He's pretty oversimplified, over juniorized. He does feel like a big kind of kid's toy. I mean, I know he's a kid's toy, you know, like he feels like a very young child's toy. Like super simplistic, even though his transformation's not that simplistic, but it just feels really, I don't know, really over kiddie. He's got a very nice free spinning rotor, as you can see. I could really just spin that thing all day long. But he's nice. I mean, he's very swooshable. You can easily just carry him around with you and just kind of fly him all around the house. You can, to varying degrees of success, actually fold this thing away inside his helicopter body, I guess you'd call it. I have not been terribly successful at it thus far. I mean, you can get it there and kind of close it up, but it'll pop out with little provocation, just like that. But I mean, if you don't mind the front end being a little split, it does make for a little more convincing looking helicopter, I guess. Sort of. Actually, it looks still looks like a bug. Actually, it looks a little bit like a panda. But no. So yeah, you just so you're kind of stuck with this thing sticking out, which is, it's not bad. It does kind of look like maybe this was what Transketo looked like before he became a Predacon. But yeah, I mean, it's very simple. You can see the weapons here. He actually comes with gun blades, a la Final Fantasy. So he can fire out of those, or or use them to chop at people, whatever. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a whole heck of a lot to talk about in this mode. There's not really any robot kibble on the bottom that you would know is robot kibble, which is nice. No landing gear, which is less nice, but overall, not a bad effort. Not terrible. I'd give it a C. Now to transform this guy, all you gotta do are take the blades off of here, collapse the helicopter blades, and just kind of get those a little bit out of the way. Just come on to the front here, split this whole cockpit in half rather, fold the legs down, fold the gun in, fold the little landing pontoons or whatever you'd want to call them, the landing skids, into the back of the feet here, and you want to just come to the rotor area and sort of just pull this out and apart, and those become the arms. Fold this whole bit back and turn the waist around, fold it back, flip that bit out, pull his head up and around to face the front, then kind of lock his little shoulders into place, and then just spin his arms down and around, kind of get this thing out of the way. There we go. Just like that, just like that, spin it around, and there you have his robot mode. And he can hold his guns, his gun blades rather, just like that, or he can hold it like a firing weapon, like so. And yeah, there you have it. Vortex. So articulation on this guy, he's got ball joint shoulders rather. They can go up and down. Well, they're a little limited up, but they can go around all the way. He does have a bicep swivel. It's a little off center, so it'll be a little weird depending on the pose you put it in. He's got fakey ratcheting elbows, no wrist articulation. He does have a waist, which is good. However, this big skirt piece, while it can move up and out of the way, it does look weird when it's up and out of the way, and it does definitely hinder his leg movement if it's down. Otherwise, he does have ball jointed hips, low thigh swivel, knees, and he can kind of actually get a double knee joint going with the just because of the transformation hinge here. That's pretty cool. He feels very stable on his feet, like he's no problem standing up. And yeah, I mean that's it. He's got his head's on a ball joint. He can look up very high. Can't really look down or to the sides because of these little bits on the side here. But that's pretty much it for his articulation. And we'll take a look at his combination form. Okay, so to transform this guy from vehicle mode essentially to his arm mode, like I said, you're just gonna basically put him back in his helicopter mode. That's how you want to start this, and it's real simple. You're just gonna take the front end and split it apart once again. Flip the gun in, and flip the Bruticus hand out, and then just peg this all back together. Just like on Blast Off, his hand can change sides depending on where you'd like it by just flipping the thumb around, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you can see his Bruticus hand right there. So yeah, once you have that done, you're basically gonna come on over here to the bottom, and this whole section you're just gonna pull an accordion out, and then you want to just turn it that away, and I guess that's his elbow. There we go, and slip that down, and there you have an arm for Bruticus. Oh, I guess actually I am incorrect. I apologize. you want to just slid this right in like that. And there you have an arm for Bruticus. And it's a very, very long arm, I have to say. Just like that. Okay. So I imagine if you wanted to, you could maybe push this back up a little bit if you wanted a less extremely long arm. Even if you wanted to kind of do this, have it kind of stick out a little bit and like that. Maybe that might make a little bit better, better looking arm. Also, maybe if you put the flat back as kind of like an elbow pad and maybe tuck these in a little. I don't know. It's interesting. I think maybe I'll just stick with the floppy arm because it's at least a little shorter. It doesn't look so terribly long, I should say. Yeah. Alright, so quick size comparison. Here he is with Onslaught and Blastoff, two of his other teammates. You can see Onslaught is still a bit larger. And he's about the same height as Blastoff, I would say. Maybe even just a hair taller. But they're about the same all around, I would say. So that's going to be it for Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Vortex. Stay tuned for the rest of the Bruticus members. And as always, thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, a like, and definitely subscribe. And that's going to be it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.